Remember when games felt bigger? Not bigger in map size, not bigger in graphics, but bigger emotionally. You'd come home from school, throw your backpack on the floor, and just jump into a game that just put you in another world. No battle passes, no daily login rewards, no limited time bundles in the item shop. It was just you, the game, and just a whole different world. And somehow, even though modern games nowadays look better than they ever have before, a lot of people feel less connected to gaming now than they did years ago. Back then, games felt like discoveries. You didn't know every secret before launch because there weren't thousands of TikToks and YouTube tutorials breaking down every part of the game. You had to learn by playing them. You got stuck on that hard level, you experimented on that boss you kept dying to over and over. And my favorite part personally is you talk to your friends at school about like the little tricks and stuff that you guys would find out in the games and such. Now, a game comes out, and within the first day of it being out, every secret is posted on YouTube. The best gear set or build is already posted on YouTube. Wouldn't be a new game without a tier list every 2 seconds. And that results in just everyone playing the game the same way. And that mystery that used to be there all that time ago is just gone. And my problem personally is a lot of modern games don't feel like they're designed to be as memorable as they were. The personality, I feel like, is gone. They feel like they're designed to be profitable, which of course the people who make these games are still running businesses and you have to have profit. But you could tell the developers were having fun with it a long time ago, and it just doesn't feel that way anymore. Now it's just battle passes and premium currencies and skins and paid games that cost up to $20. These games don't feel like love letters anymore. It just feels like they want you to spend more time on them, grinding for these hard unlocks because they want your time. Because time turns into engagement, engagement turns into spending, and spending turns into profit for the company. Now, we also need to take a look back on ourselves because we also changed the same way that video games did over the years. When we were younger, games weren't competing against scrolling endlessly on TikTok or your phone going off every 2 seconds as a distraction, or work, especially if you work a full-time job and the stresses that come with adulthood. Back then, we had time. We could spend hours wandering around doing absolutely nothing in a game and still having fun. Now, attention spans are shattered because of short-form content. And if a game doesn't immediately grab people in the first 10 minutes, they probably turn it off and never play it again. And maybe the part of what we miss isn't just old games. Maybe we miss the feeling of being younger while playing them. Here's the thing though. Gaming isn't ruined. Not even close. There are still incredible games being made today. In fact, some of the best games ever created came out in the last few years. Red Dead Redemption, both God of Wars, GTA 6 soon, I hope. But the magic feels harder to find because the industry is louder now. It's more corporate, it's more optimized, it's more focused on retention than personality, like it used to be. And that's why I feel like indie games have really started to take off, because it brings you back to where they're not chasing for money. They're passion projects. And I feel like that's the most important thing, is the passion. And that's what I feel like disappeared over the years. Games aren't the same as they used to be. But maybe that's because gaming grew up. And so did we. Still, every once in a while a game comes along that reminds you why you fell in love with gaming in the first place. And for a few hours, you might actually feel like a kid again.